Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome from Al Mansura Cricket Ground for this match number 6 of MEMON Junior League, which is being played between ROOMI Royals and AMH Velocity X Yellow. A very warm welcome to all our viewers, to all the parents who are watching their kids play today here at this ground. Remember, it's a knockout game between these two sides. Whoever wins this game today is going to be playing AMH Velocity X Red in the final next week. ROOMI Royals today won the toss. They have decided to bowl first. Remember, it's a 15 over a side game. First 5 overs are the batting power play for the batting side. We talk about the bowling side. Three bowlers are allowed to bowl 3 overs each at max, and the remaining 6 overs are going to be distributed among the next three bowlers who will be bowling at max 2 overs. Both these sides have played 2 games each so far. They have won one and they have lost one. So it's a knockout game. Remember, who wins this game today is going to be facing AMH Velocity X Red in the final of MEMON Junior League next week. ROOMI Royals put up a decent show in their last game against Geeky Gladiators when they chased down 125 runs there at Nadir Al Burhani Cricket Ground. Knocked him over. Really good start this from Ahmed. He was troubling the right hander in the previous 3 days. This time the ball was much straighter and he knocks the timber over. So what a start this has been for ROOMI Royals. Remember, they won the toss. They decided to bowl first here today and they have picked up the first wicket in the very first over. It was Samad who was facing Ahmed. He couldn't score any runs tonight. Samad, he has been dismissed in the very first over of the game. What a start this has been by ROOMI Royals Juniors. Good delivery again from Ahmed. So there's Sajid is the new batter coming into batter number 3 today for AMH Velocity X Yellow. So they did a really good start by ROOMI Royals. Remember, they won the toss. They decided to bowl first here today and they have already got that first wicket. No runs have been scored so far by AMH Velocity X Yellow. So a wicket made in first half from Ahmed. What a start this has been by ROOMI Royals. AMH Velocity X Yellow are yet to get off the mark. They are not for one. Really good effort from that fielder in a short extra cover. That was almost taken. He was jumping in the air. That was almost a second wicket to go down for AMH Velocity X Yellow, but unfortunately that will go down as a chance. But full marks to the effort from that fielder in extra cover. Higgish outside. The ball is running towards the fielder at backward of point. He'll get another single this time, so there's to get off the mark mid. Talking about Mohammad Tahi, he batted really well in that first game against AMS Velocity X Red down there at Nadir Al Burhani cricket ground. He's the man in form for AMS Velocity X Yellow. He'll be looking to score quick runs today so that his side can post a decent total in this knockout game. Slightly shorter. He has found the gap. I don't think they'll come back for that second run. In fact, they are coming back for the second run. Good running between the wickets. Talking about AMS Velocity X Yellow, they've won their first game against ED Gladiators when they were chasing down 145 runs. They lost their second game against AMS Velocity X Red, who were the table toppers with 2 wins out of 2 games. They are playing another match at Hill Park Cricket Ground today against ED Gladiators. There might have been a chance of another catch being taken, but that went over the head of that fielder at point. It's going to be another couple to the right hander. No boundaries have been scored so far from Velocity X Yellow, but we have already witnessed some very good running between the wickets. Or has that gone all the way for 4? I think it has gone all the way for 4. Puller outside. Ball went straight to that fielder and short extra cover. The batter at the non-striker's end was halfway down the track. Luckily, he came back inside the crease just at the right time. 8 runs have come in this over already. 1 ball still remaining from Subhan. Coach Tango is still guiding his bowler as to where to place the ball here on this track. It's a different venue. Al Mansoura cleared ground with a bigger boundary. So batters will have to make all their effort to get boundaries edge way. Nicely struck. It's going to be fielded by that fielder at mid-off. It's going to be another single to Mohammad Tais. He'll keep the strike at the start of next over because after 2, Velocity X Yellow and now 9 for 1. Ahmed continuing with his second over. Now remember, he pulled a wicket late in the first over of the innings. Ahmed Abdul has taken that fielder at deep third man and a fielder at deep fine legs. So 2 fielders stand deep on the onside or the offside. So the batters have the opportunity of getting a boundary on either side of the wicket. A pickup shot. Really good stroke this. He has timed it well enough. The ball is just hopping in the end. I don't think it's going to reach the boundary roads, but it's going to be another couple to the right hander. So Mohammad Taid has definitely come out with a plan here tonight today. He's going to be using this batting power play, which is on the first 4 over of the innings. He saw there was just one fielder standing on the outside inside the inner ring at square leg, so he comfortably hit it over his head. Now there is a change in the field. Fine leg has been asked to come inside the inner ring, and the square leg goes back. 4 fielders are standing inside the inner ring, apart from that fielder at mid-off. Really good stroke this. Is that going to go all the way for 4? It does. Confident start this from Mohammad Taid. Previously, he played that similar ball on the onside. This time, he saw that fielder going back at deep square leg, so he did up and over and straight back past the bowler to collect another boundary to his innings. counterpunch being provided here by the batting side. Remember, they lost their first wicket in the very first over of the innings, but so far, Mohammad Thai is batting on a different pitch altogether. Where is the next shot coming from Mohammad Thai? Playing with soft hand, getting another single, smart batting this. He has been batting in nets the whole week before this game. Mohammad Thai. He has been a find of him as philosophy excel for Mohammad Thai in this tournament. He's having a very decent tournament with the bat. He knows it's a knockout game today. He'll be looking to play a longer innings. This, on the other hand, has just made sweet deliveries so far in his innings. Top edge. The ball is going to run down towards that fielder at third man. Another single added to the total of below. Time for the first change in the bowling attack. It's going to be Shehbaz Naveed now bowling the fourth over of the innings. Left arm seamer. Starts off with a very good delivery. The ball just tailing back into the right hand. It wasn't collected by the wicketkeeper, and that might touch the boundary. No, so it doesn't. It has been stopped from that fielder at fine leg. We were mentioning it earlier. These are bigger boundaries in at Al Mansoura cricket ground. So if you have to collect those boundaries, you'll have to time the ball well here today. Nevertheless, that was a beauty of a delivery. The ball angling back into the right hand and missed the stumps, missed the wicket keeper, and in the end, it managed to collect two byes. Shehbaz Naveed has already decided to come around the wicket to beat right-handers. Even he has taken just one fielder deep there on the outside, a fielder at deep square leg, a fielder at deep fine leg. Third man is inside at 30 yards, so are mid on and mid off. This might be another single towards the fielder at deep square leg. That now brings Mohammad Thai back on strike. He has raced away to 17 runs of just 10 deliveries, continuing with his rich form in this tournament with the bat. He holds the key here for image velocity X yellow. If he can get quick runs, and if he can provide his team with a good start, remember they have lost early wicket as well, but they can still make a comeback in this game. It's a bit of a shame that a junior batter is only allowed to score 31 runs before getting retired out, but he'll still get a chance of batting if his side loses 5 more wickets. So far in his shorter innings, he has stayed strokes on every side of the ground. We saw him getting straight down the ground in the previous over. He's got a couple on the leg side. He also got a boundary there on the offside, so he can play in any direction. It's so good to see a junior at such a age is finding those gaps so comfortably. Now the fielder at third man is inside at 30 yards, so that ball almost carried to him. Mohammed was again looking to make that pitch shot on the offside, but that leading edge, but luckily the ball didn't carry to that fielder. Tango is still having a word with his bowler. He must be asking Shabazz to bowl in the line of the stumps, bring those stumps into play. Good ball, really good ball. They will still get a single on that occasion. Good cricket all around, good bowling, good batting, really good running between wickets already. They're making a comeback now, Velocity XL, especially after losing their first wicket in the very first over of the innings. Sudesh is going to face the final ball of this fourth over. Remember, they still have 1 over remaining of the batting power play. Shabazz Naveed now bowling his final ball of this over to Sudesh. Play and a miss from the right-hander, so a short ball to end the over with means 4 overs have now been done, and EMS Velocity XL Juniors are 23 for time for some spin now. Left arm Chinaman. Waqar Imran has been given the ball to bowl this final over of the batting power play. Remember, Waqar Imran is the son of Imran Idris, left arm orthodox. Plays community cricket for the MEMON side. Full toss. Push away on the onside. He has found the gap. I think it's going to go all the way for 4. Really good batting this from Mohammad Tai. It was a full toss, alright. It still had to be put away. He found that gap comfortably on the onside and collected his another boundary. He is a very good player against the pace, as we saw earlier on in this innings in the first few overs, and now he's putting the spinner away as well. Remember, this is the last over of the batting power play, so just 2 fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Imran has taken a fielder at long on a fielder now at each square leg. There is a big gap between long on and each square leg, which is inside the 30-yard circle. No mid-wicket in place for the right-hander Mohammad Tai. Remember, Mohammad Tai is allowed to score 9 more runs before he will be retired out. He gets outside edge. He's with another single this time. Right there, coming back to that second one. Slight confusion there. Luckily, there wasn't another run out there in the bowler's end. There was this yes and no couple of times for both these batters between the wickets. The ball just hitting the stump, then they decided to go back to the second one, but there was slight confusion between both these batters there. You see, both were almost stranded in the middle of the track. However, no major damage was done for the batting side. Sudesh wasn't feeling well, so he has now been replaced by Ayan. Summers have arrival a little too early here in this part of the world. Just better look at happen. We are already witnessing some heat out there during the daytime. So obviously he was finding it difficult to bat here in these conditions. So that he has now been replaced by Ayan, who is yet to get up the mark. He has faced 2 deliveries so far. Big shot. Nicely struck. There is protection out there in the deep. Tell you what, that shot is a few more runs than that. Not a small ground by any stretch of imagination. There are at least 50-meter boundaries on either side of the wicket here today at the Mansura cricket grounds. The batsman will have to work hard to collect those boundaries. Tell you what, there was a chance for stumping there because Mohammad Thai was batting outside his crease. Had that ball been collected by the wicket-keeper and he would have taken the bails off, there might have been a wicket. Nevertheless, a dot ball to end the over with 7 runs coming in that over of Wakar, and after 5, Velocity X Yellow are now 30 for 1. Time for a change in the bowling attack. It's Ayan Roomi, another fast bowler that has been given the ball. Remember, the fielding restrictions are over. 5 overs have been done, so 5 fielders are now allowed to stand outside either ring. One good thing about AMS Velocity X Yellow is that Mohammad Thai is still out there in the middle. Although he's starting at the non-striker's end right now. Sayan, who is on strike against Ayan Rumi, worked away nicely on the onside. He'll get a single, and with that single, Mohammad Thai will be back on strike. It will be really interesting to see how Mohammad Thai bats on from here on because the batting power play is done. Will he continue with that aggressive approach? Well, he can only score 9 more runs before he can be asked to get retired out. Mid off is still inside the 30-yard circle, so there is an option of getting a boundary there over his head. Chance for the bowler, and he gets some hand onto it. The wicketkeeper cannot believe it. Look at the reaction from the wicketkeeper behind the stumps. It might have been a slower delivery, and yes, that was definitely a chance. That should have been taken. Still, they will learn. Formally struck. One bounce, in fact, slight misfield, but the fielder at each square legs to cut that one off. Another couple taken nevertheless by these two batters. Now they're coming back to third. So all the pressure with ROOMI Royals bowlers created in that very first over is now being released because of the way Mohammad is batting. Completely also getting this over of a yarn. Can he get a wicket? Can he break this partnership? He does! He does! And what a big wicket that is! There you go, there is that celebration of Shaheen Afridi, I think. It might have been a slower delivery, but it was right into the base of the middle stump. Big wicket at this stage of the game for ROOMI Royals, but Mohammad has been castled. And AMH Velocity X Yellow are now 34 for 2. So 2 wickets have gone down now for AMH Velocity X Yellow. Mohammad is still out there. There was slight correction. It was Ayan who was dismissed earlier on. 7 runs and a wicket coming in that over of Ayan ROOMI, which means after 6, Velocity X Yellow Juniors are now 37 for 2. It's going to be another change in the bowling attack because Umar Admani has now been given the ball. He's replacing Waqar Imran, I think, from this end. It was Umar Imran who bowled the 5th over from this end. Son of Imran Idris. Mohammad Tai is still out there for the Image Velocity X Yellow. Remember, they got that wicket in the previous over, but there were still 2 catches that were put down by Ayan Rumi, the bowler himself. Breaks have now been applied to the scoring rate by the ROOMI Royals bowlers. That's going to be given as a wide by the on-field umpire. That was clearly too wide outside the off stump. Remember, it's a knockout game, and ROOMI Royals today, after winning the toss, they decided to bowl first, so it's going to be an extra pressure on them when they will be come out to bat in the second innings. Put away on the onside. It has gone into the gap. Is that going to go all the way for 4? It does. All the boundaries so far have come from the bat of Mohammad Tai, and I think he'll be asked to get retired out now because he has scored 31 runs already. Nevertheless, it was a top shot again from the right-hander. It was slightly shorter. It was ripping into the pad, and we saw a nice swiveling pull shot from Mohammad Tai. And it's the second time in this tournament that he'll be asked to get retired out, Mohammad Tai, after scoring 31 runs. He will get a chance of batting again in this innings if they lose 5 wickets. That's the rule of the game in this tournament. Let's have a look at that replay of that stroke again. Although there was that fielder at deep square leg, but still he found that gap comfortably in the end. So Mohammad Tai is retired out, and he has been replaced by Anas Umair. It's going to be given as another wide outside the off stump. Pretty even Steven this between these two sides so far. Tell you what, that's going to be another wide. He hasn't found that perfect line and length so far, Umar Admani, but he's been given confidence by his coach Tango, which is a very good sight to see. They will gradually learn as they grow on, these youngsters. This time the umpire decided not to give it as a wide. Good comeback this from Umar Admani. He'll be looking to bowl similar deliveries now. So 2 new batters are relatively batting out there in the middle. One is Anas Umair, who has just joined Kashif in this 7th over of the innings. Mohammad Tai was batting beautifully until he got retired out. He was just looking to turn that ball much more this time outside the off stump away from the right-hander, and the ball just kept going away from him. Ended up as another wide. Turning out to be a really long over this from Umar Admani. 2 legal balls still to be bowled from the leg spinner. Good ball. There was some bounce and some turn as well in that ball. So two dot deliveries to end the over with means after 7, Velocity X Yellow and now 45 for 2. Ayan Rumi again now bowling his second over of the game. Remember, he got that wicket in that previous over of his. This is turning out to be a really good effort from Rumi Royals so far, because they have, you can say they have restricted the opposition on a pretty low score up till now. Just 45 runs in the 7 overs. Just 8 overs now remaining in the innings of AMH Velocity XLO. They'll be looking to score at least 10 runs and over from here on so that they can score more than 120 runs. It's going to be given as a wide down the leg side. It wasn't collected by the wicketkeeper. Is that going to touch the boundary ropes? In fact, the ball just stopped. There you see the on-field umpire giving it as a wide, and it has been signaled as 1 run short as well. So only 2 runs are going to be added to the total of Velocity X Yellow Juniors. Nicely struck on the onside. Not going to go past that fielder at short mid wicket. Boundaries are hard to come by. It was so easy for Mohammad Thai when he was batting early on. He was collecting boundaries at will, but apart from him, none of the batters have found it easy to bat on in this pitch today. But they have lost 2 wickets. If they'll manage to lose 3 more wickets, Mohammad Thai will be allowed to come back and continue on with his innings. Anas Umar, meanwhile, is on strike. He's yet to get off the mark. Ayan Rumi will be looking to continue with this line and length to these right-handers. Another dot delivery, another defensive stroke. This from Anas Umar. Just feeling the ball onto the bat so far. Anas Umar still looking for his first runs in the game today. Although he has that big gap on the onside between deep square leg and mid wicket, he can easily collect a boundary there. Even the mid on inside the 30-yard circle, so is mid off. So if he can come down the track and hit it straight back past the bowler, he will always get runs. He does that. There is a slight fumble there from that fielder at mid on. They might look to come back for that second run. decided against it. Just a single to get off the market for Anas. It might have been another slow one for ROOMI. It was collected nicely. There was a fumble there from that fielder at mid-on, which allowed these batters to get that extra single run. Nevertheless, this is turning out to be another decent over from Ayan. Remember, he got that wicket of Ayan in this previous over. It's going to be another wide down the leg side. So many extra runs so far from ROOMI Royals bowlers. 50 now comes up for Velocity X Juniors. Can Kashif get a boundary in this final ball of the over? They need boundaries at this stage now. Velocity X Yellow. Slightest of appeal there from the bowler, but I think it was too high. And it was angling down the leg side as well. So good decision this from the on-field umpire Shahid Aslam. Another dot delivery to end the over with, which means after 8, Velocity X Yellow Juniors are now 50 for 2. Ali bowler को Another change in the bowling attack is Subhan bowling the 9th over of the innings. Another single taken by the right-hander. So far, they are only dealing in singles and twos. That's not going to bother the bowling side, ROOMI Royals Juniors. Because if they're going to get at 4 runs and over from here on, they will only get around 90 runs, and that's going to be pretty easy chase for ROOMI Royals in the second innings. Boundaries need to come by from any of these two batters from one end at least. You need to put the pressure back onto the bowling side by collecting those boundaries. Wides are definitely not going to help. Already so many extra runs have been given to the batting side courtesy of those wides outside the off stump, and few of them down the leg side as well. Tango is regularly having some chat out in the middle with the bowlers. Just keep it simple. Keep it as straight as possible. Let the batter do the job. Let them earn those runs. Good ball, really good ball this. He has decent amount of pace, this kid, Subhan. He's definitely faster than Ayan ROOMI, who was bowling the previous over. Another play and a miss. They are finding it difficult now to get some bat onto the ball. So far, ROOMI Royals have been all over Velocity X Yellow. They have picked up 2 wickets already. The scoring rate is not healthy at all for the batting side. Just scoring at almost 6 runs and over at this stage of the innings. They just have 6 overs remaining after this one. Hitting it straight, the ball goes straight to that fielder, a short extra cover. There won't be a run out, although the wicketkeeper is appealing for it, but still, I think the batter got back inside the crease. So 3 dot balls to end the over with, which means after 9, Velocity X Yellow are now 53 for 2. Time for some spin again. It's the left arm Chinaman, Umar Imran, now bowling the 10th over of the innings. Anas Omer has faced 9 deliveries so far for just 2 runs. Make it 10. Still couldn't find the gap. We can have a look at the partnership. They have only added 3 runs and they have faced 18 deliveries. Hitting it just over the bowler's head. It's only going to be a single. Boundaries are the need of the hour, and so far they are finding it difficult to get them. Looks like the plans are working for Tango and his side. Remember, it's a knockout game between ROOMI Royals Juniors and Velocity X Yellow. Whoever wins this games today is going to be facing Velocity X Red in the final next week. He has found a gap on that occasion, and that has been stopped. Really good feeling, very good match awareness. This. Although the ball was hit towards the longest side of the ground, he still didn't give up. He went after the ball till the last moment and in the end stopped the ball before it could touch the boundary ropes. A couple nevertheless to the batting side. The score now moves on to 56 for 2. 2 balls still remaining in the 10th over. Full toss. He has found the gap again. This might be another couple. In fact, it's only a single. And the ball just hitting the stumps and going away from the fielder. Still no chance for that second run. Again, this is turning out to be another decent over from Umar Imran. Just 4 runs of it so far. He can still bowl another one, Umar Imran. Remember, a bowler is allowed to bowl at max 3 overs. Good ball. Really good ball. That was very close to the off stump. It was fuller in length. Anas Umair was looking to play that on the onside. The ball just went straight on with the angle and in the end, right into the gloves of the wicketkeeper. So 10 overs have now been done. Velocity X Yellow are still 57 for 2. Just 5 overs now remaining in their innings. Time for spin again. Again, it's not going to cost them more than a single only. It's Ali Akbar who has been given the ball to bowl his spin now. The ROOMI Royals captain is continuously rotating his bowlers. At least 7 bowling options have been applied today so far by the ROOMI Royals skipper. A pickup shot on the onside. There is a fielder down there at each square leg. Again, it's only going to be a single. Singles are not going to hurt the fielding side of this stage because they know they are in the driving seat. Batting side, on the other hand, are still scoring under 6 runs an over. Remember, ROOMI Royals batted really well in the previous game when they were chasing down 125 runs against Geeky Gladiators, and they managed to win that game in the end. They'll be batting second here again, but it's a different story because it's a knockout game. Whoever wins this game today, remember, is going to be playing against Velocity X Red in the final next week. It's in the air. Is that going to be taken? It has not been taken. Although there was a shy at the stump, the fielder threw the stumps directly, but it has not been given as run out either. It went up in the air, stayed there for a long time, but the bowlers just couldn't judge that catch. He got his fingertips on it, but still that will go down as a chance. Four singles in this over already from Ali Akbar. One ball still remaining. Again, this is turning out to be a boundary-less over for ROOMI Royals. And it's going to stay that way. There might be a run-out opportunity. There has been a run-out. Wonderfully taken this from the wicket-keeper. It was a nice throw. There you see the batter just hitting it straight to that fielder at short mid-wicket. He had the presence of mind of throwing it back to the wicket-keeper, and look at the way he collected the ball and threw the stumps. Another big wicket goes down. Velocity X Yellow are now 61 for 3 after 11 overs. So two new batters out in the middle now for AMH Velocity X Yellow. Ubaid Raza is striking and Mohammad Thai is at the non-strikers end. He has been called back because they lost 3 wickets. Umar Imran is continuing with his third over. The ball is running away from that fielder at short third man. They will collect a second run. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal that might have come off the outside edge. No signal from the on-field umpire. This final over, Umar Imran. Remember, a bowler is allowed to bowl at max 3 overs. Another single taken by Ubaid Raza, which means Mohammad Thai is going to be back on strike of for the final ball in this over. Remember, Mohammad Thai scored 31 runs of just 21 deliveries before he was retired out. Now he's back into the middle. Pulled away nicely, and he's still middling the ball. Sensible thinking this from Mohammad Thai, getting a single so that he'll be at the strike at the start of next over, because after 12, Velocity X Yellow are now 69 for 3 with just 3 overs now remaining in their innings. Another spinner, Ali Akbar, is now going to be bowling the 13th over of the innings with Mohammad Thai on strike. Good ball. Really good ball. There is nothing much Mohammad Thai could do about that. Mohammad Thai, on the other hand, will be looking to collect another boundary there on the onside. Although there are two fielders now standing deep. Hitting it straight to that fielder at long on. He's running the first one hard, but I don't think they will come back for that second one. The score now moves on to 70 for 3. 16 balls still remaining in the innings of Velocity X Yellow. They need to score at least 12 runs and over from here on, so that they can go at least past 100 runs. It's really important for Mohammad Thai to be facing as many deliveries as possible in his last 2.5 overs for the batting side. Down the wicket he comes, hitting it up and over. Some work to do from that fielder at long off. He does well in the end. In fact, they're coming back for the second run. Is there going to be a run out? I think it is. It is a run out. He's disappointed there, Ubaid Raza. It wasn't his call. I think Muhammad Tai wanted that second run in the end. The fielder at mid long off did the right thing by throwing it at the bowler's end, and there you see Ubaid Raza was clearly short of his crease. He was disappointed there, Ubaid, after getting run out. Another huge blow this for the AMH Velocity X Yellow, because now they have lost their fourth with just 72 runs on the board. Ball now remaining in the over. Again, the ball has gone high up in the air. It's not going to be taken by that fielder, a deep square leg. In fact, they're coming back for the second run, but don't think they will complete it in the end. Muzakkir is now the new batter in. This is turning out to be a really good performance by ROOMI Royals Juniors. Remember, they won the toss. They decided to bowl first in this all-important knockout game of MEMON Junior League. And so far, they have put up a decent show with the ball in their hands. Another excellent over comes to an end from Ali Akbar. Just 3 runs and a wicket off it in the end. 5 wickets have now gone down for Velocity X Yellow. Ayan Rumi has just picked up his second wicket of the game, but still more signs, not good signs these for Velocity X Yellow juniors, because they are really finding it difficult to get boundaries now, even in the last few overs of the innings. Although Mohammad Tai is still out there, but there is not much time now remaining in the innings of the batting side. Just 9 balls remaining, to be precise, as long as these are not wide or no balls. Apart from the few wides that ROOMI Royals bowlers have bowled today, this has been a disciplined bowling effort from the boys in blue. Mohammad Tai is still out there. He's on 36 runs of just 27 deliveries. He's losing his partners at the other end though. He's still eyeing that boundary there on the leg side, and I think it's going to be a good decision if he can manage to hit a boundary there, because the fielder at fine leg is inside the 30-yard circle. Instead, he hits it down the ground straight to that fielder at long off. So he's trying his level best, Mohammad Tai, to get those boundaries, but still he's not getting them. And you got to appreciate the way ROOMI Royals bowlers have bowled here today. I tell you what, this is a different ground, bigger boundaries. It's not going to be easy for ROOMI Royals as well when they will come out to bat in the second innings. We haven't seen a maximum being hit in this innings so far from Velocity X Yellow juniors. One ball still remaining in the spell of Ayan Rumi. He has picked up 2 wickets today, just given away 15 runs. Can he pick up another wicket? Ayan. It's only going to be a single down towards that fielder at long on. So an excellent spell comes to an end from Ayan Rumi. He gave away just 16 runs and picked up 2 wickets in his spell of 3 overs today. And after 14, Velocity X Yellow juniors are 77 for 5. It's the final over of the innings in progress now of AMH Velocity X Juniors. Abdul Hannan has been given the ball. Another new bowling option for ROOMI Royals Juniors. He must be pretty fresh now because he's just bowling his first over, so he'll be looking to bowl those Yorkers in this final over. Mohammad Tai, on the other hand, will be looking to score a few boundaries. Good shot, nicely struck, but again there is a fielder down there at long off. 2 singles in first 2 balls. Still no major damage done to the ROOMI Royals Juniors. Nizam Shoaib is on strike. He's batting on 3. He has just faced 4 deliveries. Full toss. There is a fielder down there at deep mid wicket. Mohammad Tai doesn't want that second one. He wants to face these 3 deliveries remaining in the innings. The score now moves on to 80 for 5. Nicely struck. Is that going to be taken? It has gone over the head of that fielder at long on. That's going to touch the boundary ropes. And no surprises again coming from the batter Mohammad Tai. He has now moved into the 40s. He was trying that stroke from so long. This time he got the middle of his bat, and there was this misjudgment from that fielder at long on. Luckily, the ball didn't hit his head. So they got the boundary they were looking for. They still have 2 balls remaining in this final over. Struck nicely again. Is that going to be taken? No, it has not been taken. The ball just bouncing in front of him, and Mohammad Tai is going to collect another couple. Really good batting this from Mohammad Tai, especially in this final over. They've scored 9 runs off it. 1 ball still remaining. Can Mohammad Tai score another boundary? Hitting it straight to that fielder at point. It's going to be only a single. That means Velocity X Yellow in their 15 overs have managed to score 87 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. And ROOMI Royals Juniors will be needing 88 runs to win. And if they can manage to chase this target down, they will be facing AMH Velocity X Red in the finals next week. Back to the second innings in this match number 6 of MEMON Junior League, where ROOMI Royals Juniors are up against AMH Velocity X Yellow. ROOMI Royals Juniors earlier won the toss. They decided to bowl first, and Velocity X Yellow could only score 87 runs in their allotted 15 overs. So ROOMI Royals need just 88 more runs to win so that they can qualify for the final against AMH Velocity X Red next week. Velocity X Yellow were finding it difficult to get boundaries towards the end of the innings. Mohammad, I think, batted really well again here today for the men in yellow. It's the fast bowler Ayan who has taken the new ball, bowling the first over of the innings. They'll be leading wickets at early stages of the innings. Slightly shorter, angling it away, wider of that fielder at third man. And that's going to go all the way for 4. First boundary of the innings coming from the bat of Umar Admani. It was nicely played. He deliberately played it wider of that fielder at backward of point, and there was no chance for that fielder at deep third man to get near it. Remember, the required run rate is just under 6 runs an over for ROOMI Royals Juniors. They are coming off fresh from a victory last week against Gigi Gladiators. Umar Admani and Abdullah Chitani are again the openers of ROOMI Royals today. Another good ball this. It was full up. It was just wide outside the off stump. That has been given as wide as well by the on-field umpire. They got a good start during the batting power play, Velocity X Yellow, but they just lost their momentum during the middle stages of the innings. Solid in defense. Umar Admani and Abdullah Chitani both batted really well in the last game against Gigi Gladiators when they were coming at the top of the batting order. They'll be looking to maintain that performance here again today. Good ball. Just bowling it wider, slightly outside the off stump, inviting the batter to go for that drive, but he missed it in the end. Umar Admani. Third man and fine leg outside the 30-yard circle. Knocked him over. Beautiful delivery this. It was a fuller length delivery this from Ayan. Umar Admani was just looking to work that away on the onside, but he was bowled round his legs. So they got the start they were looking for. AMS with all 3x yellow. They needed a wicket early. They have got it in the very first over of their innings. And ROOMI Royals Juniors are now 7 for 1. So ROOMI Royals Juniors have lost their first wicket, that too in the final ball of the previous over when Umar Admani was pulled round his legs. Another good Yorker this from Ubaid, who's bowling the second over now of the innings. Abdullah Chotani still out there. He has now been joined by Hayyan ROOMI. But Hayyan is obviously standing at the non-striker's end. It's going to be a wide down the leg side. They didn't go for that single, so just one run is going to be out. Raza was obviously run out in that first innings. He was really disappointed when he got run out there. I think it was the last over of the innings as well. But he can still make the occasion count by picking up wickets early today in this knockout game of MEMON Junior League. Outside edge. I don't think it carried to the wicketkeeper, although he was diving away towards his right. I think it did. He's still on the ground there, the wicketkeeper. I think he has dropped a chance. And what a wicket that would have been had that been taken by the wicketkeeper behind the stumps. It was Abdullah Chotani. Fuller delivery, hitting it on the onside. He wanted that single one, but Abdullah wasn't interested at the non-striker's end. Another good delivery this from Ubaid Raza. Together a bye along with it. So 2 runs are going to be added to the total without a ball being bowled. They will have to maintain that pressure now. AMH velocity X yellow, especially after getting the wicket in the very first over of Umar Admani. Full toss. That has been signaled as a no ball, and that's going to go all the way for 4 as well. It has been signaled as a waist high no ball from Ubaid Raza. And look at how comfortably Abdullah Chotani just gently played it on the onside and collected a boundary. So it's going to be a free hit now to Abdullah Chotani. He'll have the license to go big again. There you see the on-field umpire signaling it as a free hit. There won't be any changes in the field because the batters didn't cross. Abdullah Chotani has another opportunity. He smashed it. It went straight to that fielder at mid-off. They still went for that single. It was a really good shot in the end from Abdullah. It was fuller in length. He hit it in the air, but unluckily the ball just went straight to that fielder at mid-off. Tell you what, that was very close to the inside edge. Hayyan ROOMI was looking to go after the bowler, the very first ball that he was facing. In fact, it was the second delivery that he was facing. He got an inside edge, and that ball was almost crashing onto his off stump. Can he finish off the over well now, Ubaid Raza? He bowls another full toss. It has been put away on the onside again. I don't think it's going to go and touch the boundary ropes. It has been stopped, but another couple taken by Hayyan ROOMI. So 2 overs have now been completed. ROOMI Royals Juniors are 20 for 1. They need 68 now more runs to win. Saad is the new bowler now for AMH Velocity X Yellow, bowling his first over, and that has been tonked. What a shot this is from Abdullah Chotani. Tell you what, there was nothing wrong with that delivery, but he just played it with a straighter bat, and that ball went just one bounce past the boundary ropes. We have seen two really good performances tonight with the bat. First from Mohammad Tai, who was batting for AMH Velocity X Yellow, and now Abdullah Chotani. Nicely struck again. Past that fielder at short extra cover. 2 boundaries in 2 balls. He's the man in form for ROOMI Royals Juniors, and he's making the opportunity count. Previously, he hit it straight back past the bowler. This time, he played it on the offside, both times collecting the desired result. It's short. It's smashed. It's going to be the hat-trick of boundaries for Abdullah Chotani. He's a very strong player, and rightly so. He's now opening the batting for ROOMI Royals and making full use of this batting power play. 3 consecutive boundaries now to the right-hander. Saad Samad has been taken to cleaners in his very first over. He's changing his angle now, coming around the wicket. He'll be looking to bowl wider outside the off stump to Abdullah Chotani, because so far he has been in top form. They have raced away to 32 runs in the third over of their innings. It's just 56 more runs required. It's going to be a wide down the leg side. He was also bowling from very wide of his crease. That could have been given as a no ball as well from the on-field umpire. There you see the coach is just having a word from Mohammad Saad. He needs to be bowling much closer to the stumps when he is delivering the ball. And that is the reason why I think he has changed his angle again, coming over the wicket to Abdullah Chotani. He goes for another big one. Is that going to be a 6? It is a 6. First maximum of the match. Abdullah Chotani, I think he wants to go home early today. He wants to finish the game as early as possible. 3 boundaries and now a maximum. What a start this has been by ROOMI Royals. There is no stopping him tonight. He's a very strong player, Abdullah Chotani. Fuller in length, driving it. This time there is a fielder down there at long off. It's only going to be a single. But Abdullah Chotani will keep the strike at the start of next over. 20 runs coming in that over of Saad. And after 3, ROOMI Royals Juniors are 40 for 1. So Mohammad Saad leaked away 20 runs in that last over. Abdullah Chotani is still on strike. Slightest of wheel there from the bowler, but I think the ball was angling down the leg side. Kashif is now bowling the fourth over of the innings. The score is already 40 for 1 for the batting side. They just need 48 more runs to win, ROOMI Royals Juniors. Remember, they are rich in confidence, especially after winning that previous game against Gigi Gladiators Juniors when they were again chasing down 125 runs. Nicely clipped away on the onside. He has found the gap again. Don't think he's going to touch the boundary ropes. It has been stopped there by that fielder at short fine leg. Still, he'll collect as a couple. Abdullah Chotani. He's batting on 27 runs now. If he can manage to score 4 more runs, he'll get retired out of the line. The new batter will come in, replacing him. It's going to be another wide. Extra runs are not going to help the bowling side. Because firstly, they have not put up high runs on the board in the first inning. They could only score 87 runs today. AMH Velocity X Yellow, and the way ROOMI Royals have started off their innings, I don't think AMH Velocity X Yellow have any chance of winning this game today. It's going to be another wide down the leg side. Full toss, hitting it straight. Again, there is protection out there in the deep. The ball goes straight to that fielder at long off. Another single taken by Abdullah Chotani. So he's still favoring the straight region, that V region between long on and long off. And I think it's the safest region to be playing your shots in. Even if you play international cricket, a top batter is always look to hit it straight down the ground. It has a miss by the wicketkeeper. I think it's going to go all the way for 4. It has gone all the way for 4. 4 signal from the on-field umpire. So he got a thickish outside edge, but the ball just kept going wider of the wicketkeeper first. And in the end, even the third man fielder couldn't stop it. They have raced away to 49 runs already. We are still into the fourth over of the innings. Remember, they still have 1 over remaining of the batting power play, which is of the first 5 overs of the batting side. If they can continue the bat the way they have so far, they will finish this game inside 10 overs, ROOMI Royals Juniors. Knocked him over. Good comeback this from Kashif in the end. Hayan ROOMI was looking to play that big shot on the onside, but he just exposed his stumps, and I think you got to say it was a good delivery in the end from Kashif. So partnership has now been broken. Hayan ROOMI has been dismissed, and ROOMI Royals Juniors are now 49 for 2. Firmly struck down the ground. Is going to be a single to get off the mark with. Zed Belly is the new batter incoming at number 4. 4 overs have now been done. Meanwhile, ROOMI Royals Juniors are already 50 runs, and they have just lost 2 wickets, needing 38 more runs to win, and they've got 11 overs to do so. for changing the bowling attack. It's Nizam Shoaib who is bowling the 5th over of the innings. It's also the final over of the batting power play. Said Bailey just picks up another single and gives the strike back to Abdullah Chotani. Abdullah Chotani can do one thing. He can pick up a couple and then go for a 6 as well. Firmly struck down the ground, this time towards long gone. Another single taken by the big right-hander. He's a natural stroke player, Abdullah Chotani. Just like Mohammad Tai, who was batting for AMH Velocity X Yellow in the first innings. Both these gentlemen are having an excellent tournament this MEMON Junior League. Fielders are trying their level best to curtail as many runs as possible, but I don't think they have many runs to play with today. Velocity X Yellow. Remember, they won their first game against Gigi Gladiators at Nadir Al Burhani Cricket Ground when they chased down 145 runs. They lost their next game against AMH Velocity X Red, and that is the reason why they are playing this knockout game today against ROOMI Royals. Abdullah Chotani is batting on 30 runs. Hitting it away on the onside. Another single towards that fielder at long on. He has been really busy in this over so far. 5 singles have come in this over so far from Nizam Shoaib. Abdullah Chotani is on strike. Remember, any more run he scores from here on, he'll get retired out. But I think he has done his job. He has provided his team an excellent start. Full toss, hit away on the onside. He won't get that second run, but he moves on to 31, which means he will be retired out now. Abdullah Chotani. He deserves all the appreciation and the applaud here from the dugout. This has been a really good innings from Abdullah Chotani. 31 runs of just 16 deliveries. He struck 3 boundaries and a maximum in that over of Ayan, I think. That was the match-changing over from my point of view. There you see Abdullah Chotani walking back to the pavilion. I don't think he'll be asked to come back. Although he can make a comeback if his side lose 3 more wickets. But with ROOMI Royals just needing 32 more runs to win, I think it's going to be a walk in the park for the boys in blue. You can already hear the cheers from the dugout. How well he has played today, Abdullah Chotani. Abdullah Chotani has now been replaced by Ali Akbar. Batting power play is over, so the fielding restrictions have been lifted. Time for another seamer. Hitting it down the ground. Just going over the bowler's head. Muzakkir has been given the ball now to bowl the 6th over of the innings. They just need singles at this stage, ROOMI Royals. They know the hard part has been done by Abdullah Chotani when he came on to bat in the first. And he came on to bat during the first batting power play, and he struck boundaries at a maximum at will. They are scoring at over 11 runs an over now. Although the required run rate was just under 6 runs an over. One thing is for sure, although Gigi Gladiators Juniors and AMH Velocity X Yellow might not have qualified for the final, but they must have got some serious exposure as to how to play with hardball cricket, how to field in these big grounds, how to run between the wickets, especially with your pads on, and how to bat by having all the armor and gear all around your body. It's not easy for the batters to be batting in these climatic conditions, especially with the helmet on your head. Big shot, is that going to be taken? It has been taken. Zed Bailey has been dismissed. Another wicket has gone down. Are they making a comeback in this game? AMH Velocity X Yellow. Muzakkir has picked up his first wicket in his very first over, and all of a sudden, ROOMI Royals are 3 down with 58 runs on the board. So 3 wickets have now gone down for ROOMI Royals. Hashir Jafrani is the new batter in. Ali Akbar is still out there at the non-striker's end. He also batted really well in the last game against Gigi Gladiators at Nadir Al Burhani. Muzakkir, on the other hand, has just picked up his first wicket of the game. Don't think the umpire is going to give it as out. Rightly so, it was angling down the leg side. So 1 ball still remaining in this over of Muzakkir. He has just given away 2 runs and he got that wicket of Zaid barely in it. It's going to be a wide outside the off stump. The equation now gets even simpler for ROOMI Royals Juniors, because they just now need 29 more runs to win. They've got 7 wickets remaining, plenty of overs to do so. This might be another wide, this time down the leg side. And will they collect an extra run as well? Yes, they do. So 2 runs are going to be added to the total without a ball being bowled. Hitting it straight to that fielder at short extra cover. It's going to be a dot ball to end the over with. 5 runs and a wicket coming in that over of Muzakkir. And after 6, ROOMI Royals Juniors are 61 for 3, needing just 27 more runs now to win. Firmly struck down the ground by Harshid Jafrani this time to get off the mark with. He's going to get a couple. Mursaleen has been given the ball now. It's getting really tough now for AMH Velocity X Juniors now to curtail the runs coming from the pad of ROOMI Royals Juniors. Just 25 more runs now to win by ROOMI Royals Juniors to cement their place in the final of this inaugural edition of MEMON Junior League. They put up an excellent show with the ball in the first innings where they restricted the opposition for just 87 runs, and now, because of that wonderful knock from Abdullah Chotani, they have managed to race away to 63 runs in just 6.1 overs. Slightly shorter, hitting it wider of that fielder at mid-off. It's going to be another single to Harsh here. .64 now for 3. The score of ROOMI Royals Juniors, needing 24 more runs to win. Pulled away nicely. It's not going to carry to that fielder at deep square leg. He stops it with just one hand. Another single added to the total. Boundaries have dried up now for ROOMI Royals Junior, especially after Abdullah Chotani got retired out. Just like the way it happened for AMH Velocity X in the first innings when Mohammad Tai was batting early on. But as soon as he got retired out, boundaries were hard to come by. Put away on the onside. Slide fumble there from that fielder at mid-on. Still, it's only going to be a single. Mursaleen still trying his level best to get some turn here on this track. Too wide outside the off stump. It has not been given as a wide though by the on-field umpire Shahid Aslam. Down the wicket he comes, hitting it straight. Don't think it's going to go past that fielder at mid-on. No, it doesn't. Another single added to the total. So 6 runs coming in that over of Mursaleen, and after 7, ROOMI Royals Juniors are 67 for 3, needing just 21 more runs now to win. It's going to be another spinner. Shurem has now been given the ball. Nicely played past that fielder at backward of point. It's going to be another single though to Ali Akbar. That brings Hashir Jafrani back on strike. Just 20 more runs now required by ROOMI Royals Juniors. They don't even need boundaries at this stage of the innings. Just singles will do. And if they can bowl more wides, even singles might not be required. Fuller in length, getting a thickish outside edge. The ball is going to run towards that fielder at short third. Man, another single added to the total.
70.
He has come down the track. Is that going to be taken? It has been dropped. What a wicket that would have been if that was taken by that fielder at mid-on. It was Ali Akbar who was looking to go downtown, and I think the fielder at mid-on took it a little too casually in the end. "45 balls remaining, just 17 more runs required. Should be a walk in the park now for ROOMI Royals Juniors. All the credit goes to Abdullah Chotani, the way he came out to bat during the batting power play. Single-handedly changed the course of this game. Leading edge, that's not going to carry to that fielder at short third man. A single nevertheless to the batting side. So even the luck is favoring the batting side so far. Even the top edges are not carrying to the fielder behind the stumps. And when they got a chance to take that catch, the fielder at mid-on, he spilled it in this over. This time the ball has gone past that fielder at back for a point. There is no chance for the batters to come back for the second run. But singles are going to do the job as well. Remaining in this over of Shoreham. Hitting it on the offside. The ball is going to curl away from that fielder. They couldn't collect a single on that occasion. A dot ball to end the over with. Means after 8, ROOMI Royals Juniors are 73 for 3, needing just 15 more runs now to win. It's going to be Mursaleen to continue now with his second over of the innings. Starts off with another wide delivery outside the off stump. One more thing that these juniors will have to learn is the amount of extra runs that they need to have control on. There is no fielder standing there on the offside to Mursaleen. Two fielders standing deep on the onside though. He has come down the track. The ball is going to go straight to that fielder at mid-off. Another single added to the total. Which means the score now moves on to 75 with just 13 more runs required by ROOMI Royals Juniors. 9 overs have now been done. ROOMI Royals Juniors are 75 for 4. They need 13 more runs to win. We saw a wicket going down in the previous over of the right-hander. Subhan and Ali Akbar are still out there, so it was Hashir Jafrani who got out in that previous over of Mursaleen. Time for some pace again. Thickish outside edge. Even the fielder at backward of point couldn't stop it. It's not going to touch the boundary ropes. Couple taken by the right-hander Ali Akbar. Hitting away on the onside. Is that going to be stopped by that fielder at short fine leg? It is. Another couple added to the total of Ali Akbar. So just 9 more runs now required by ROOMI Royals Juniors. They have put up an excellent show with the ball and as well as with the bat today. Remember, they won the toss. They decided to bowl first and they did the right thing by restricting the opposition under 90 runs. It's going to be given as another wide outside the off stump. Just 2 boundaries will do now for ROOMI Royals Juniors. Hitting it straight down the ground. It's going to be stopped that by the fielder in mid-on. Another single added to the total. They have calculated this chase perfectly today, ROOMI Royals. The target was not a big one, but they still needed to get a good start, and Abdullah Chatani did exactly that when he scored 3 boundaries and a maximum in that 1 over of Ayan, I think. And from there on, they just didn't look back, ROOMI Royals. So not only the seniors are dominating the MEMON leagues in ROOMI Royals, but even the juniors of ROOMI Royals are putting up a good show. Again, a wide down the leg side. He might have to change his angle again. No, he's still coming around the wicket to the left-hander. Another wide down the leg side. This time they will collect an extra run as well. So 2 runs are going to be added to the total. So just 4 runs now away from a victory today. ROOMI Royals Juniors here in this knockout game of MEMON Junior League being played here at Al Mansoura Cricket Ground. Remember, there is another match going on between AMH Velocity X Red and Gigi Gladiators, but Gigi Gladiators are already out of the competition. Hitting it away on the onside. He has found the gap. Is it going to touch the boundary ropes? It has touched the boundary ropes. It's a boundary signal. That means ROOMI Royals Juniors have done it. They have won this game today, and that means they have also qualified for the final of the MEMON Junior League that is going to be played next week. He stopped that ball but just couldn't control himself. What a way to end the innings. A boundary to finish the things off, which means ROOMI Royals Juniors have managed to win this game by 6 wickets, and they have now qualified for the final of MEMON Junior League. They will play against AMH Velocity X Red next week in the final, and that will determine who is going to be the champion of this inaugural edition of MEMON Junior League. It's time for the post-match presentation ceremony of this match number 6 of MEMON Junior League. A big congratulations to ROOMI Royals, who have not only won this game, but they have also qualified for the finals next week. A big round of applause to the losing side as well, MH Velocity X Yellow. Remember, winning and losing is part of a game, but it's the participation that matters. A big round of applause to all the parents as well who have come out here and watch their kids play today. Coming back to the prize distribution ceremony, the first award is for the best fielder of the game, and it goes to Mohammad Kashif of AMH Velocity X Yellow for taking a very good catch. I would like to ask both the coaches if they can come forward. Tango and sir, if you can come here as well. The next award is for the best bowler of the game, and for picking up 2 wickets today, it's Ayan ROOMI of ROOMI Royals. And now the big award, the best batter award, although I think Mohammad Tai also played really well, but this award goes to Abdullah Chothani for bat. All the best, ROOMI Royals. You will have to play the same way in the finals next week as well, and all the best to AMH Velocity X Yellow. You will have to come back stronger next year, inshallah. That's it from the ceremony. See you next week in the finals. Allah Hafiz.